Is it okay for Christians to listen to secular music? Well, there's nothing in the Bible that says you should listen to secular music or that you shouldn't listen to secular music. There are a ton of things that fall into the category of Christian liberty, and I think this is one of them. So the question you should be asking yourself when it comes to secular music, you should ask yourself some questions about this though, because there are some forms of secular music that I would say are kind of neutral. Bach, Beethoven to be the most obvious examples of that. But yet there's other forms of secular music that are absolutely not helpful and you should stay away from. So it's not just it's not an easy question to answer. And what the Bible does is it gives you principles to follow, questions to ask about the music that you're listening to help you understand whether or not you should be listening to it. So for instance, is this music profitable for me spiritually? Is it going to help me grow? Is it going to enhance my Christian life? Or is it going to do the opposite? Is it going to hinder it? Will it put me on a path to greater maturity? Am I going to grow as a Christian as a result of this music? That's another question you can ask. Or to ask the flip side, is it something that's going to slow down my progress? Is it going to create a weight? Is it going to attach a weight to my spiritual life that's going to make it harder for me to grow as a Christian because of it? Could it be something that brings me into bondage? Could the thoughts, the ideas, the repetition of themes be something that actually can take over my heart? Can it be something where the continued talk of drug use, the continued talk of sin, for instance, makes it more encouraging for you to go into that sin? If it does, that's something that you should not listen to. Is it covering my sin? So is this music something that gives me justification for sinning? Does it do that in my life? Is this something that I would do if Jesus were sitting next to me? Is this something that I would listen to if Jesus was sitting next to me? That's another way to ask the question. Another way to ask it is, would Jesus listen to this music if he was alive in this day right now? Third, or not third, I don't know what number we're on now, but would it lead people to Christ? What does this music, the non-Christians that I know, they know I listen to this. Would that be a stumbling block for them? Like, I thought you were a Christian, then you have to explain yourself. Or would it be something that could really be used, that God could use to lead a person to Christ? And then finally, does it glorify God? Does the music bring honor to God? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the gospel is being preached in the music, but does it enhance the imago Dei in a person? Does it show God working through their lives, even though they deny that there is a God or don't even sing about a God? Does it show the greatness of the Creator through the gifts and talents of the musicians who are performing it? So those are just some of the questions to ask. Those are all biblical questions, really, to help you think through whether or not it is okay for a Christian to listen to secular music. Hope it's helpful.